Alright, today we are going to be ranking every single Fortnite season from Chapter 1, Season 1, all the way up till Chapter 3, Season 2. So 20 seasons in total. We're going to be starting off here with Season 1 of Chapter 1. So I didn't play, this is the only season that I didn't play, so it gets its own category down here because I don't think it's really fair to rank it for me because I didn't play in it. Season 2. So this is when the first Battle Pass was introduced. So the first Battle Pass was introduced. Um, Other than that, there really wasn't like. Oh, actually, Tilted came in this season, didn't it? Tilted came, and that's about it. Like, there wasn't a whole lot going on in this season. It was kind of boring, to be honest. Like, it was still in the early days of Fortnite, so honestly, I'm in between okay and bad, which I mean, some of you guys might think like, oh, it's an OG season, you gotta put it like all the way up here or something, but I think we'll put it in okay. Like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. All right, season 3. So this is when I really like started playing. This is the first battle pass that I bought. All right, so there was the Fortnite storyline also kind of started at the end of this season. Like there wasn't any full-on events or anything, but there was just like little meteors that fell from the map at like during the game, which kicked off season 4, obviously. What else happened? We got Lucky Landing, I think, came in this season. I would say it's better than season 2. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in okay, but better than season 2. So I'm gonna have like each like tier ranked as well. So like the right side is worse than the left side. All right, season 4. This was like one of the best seasons. Obviously, it's not even shown in this picture, but I mean, my main skin in Fortnite is the purple Omega, which obviously came in season 4. Season 4 is so like something that I love about Fortnite that other battle royale games or other games really don't have is the storyline. And I would say season 4 was when the storyline really kicked off, and they did such a good job with like the weekly loading screens that showed the storyline. It was a really good season. The Hop Rocks Dusty Divots or Dusty Depot turned into Dusty Divot from the meteor crash. The storyline of just like the visit. This is when the Seven first came in. So the Seven are big in this season right now that we're in Chapter 3, Season 2. The Seven are a very big group. And so the Visitor, he's part of the Seven. Obviously, no one knew back then, but the rocket launch event happened in this season. This was like this was one of the best Fortnite seasons. It was so good. It kicked off so many things for Fortnite. Live events, storyline, big map changes. Like, it was a great season. All right, moving on to season 5. So, season 5, it was also a really good season. Honestly, I think I might put it up in God tier again. Season 5 was when the desert came. So, we got like Paradise Palms and all the other little areas. I'm pretty sure Paradise Palms was the only named place, but all the other places down there as well. We got rifts. Um, what else was there? It, I don't I don't know. It was a really good season though. It was a pretty solid season. Honestly, we'll put it in great. This is when Kevin the Cube came in too, actually. I think we'll keep it in great, but it was a really good season as well. Season 6 was honestly, I would say it's a bit worse than these two seasons, but it's still a really good season as well. This is when the cube went into Loot Lake, it turned into the floating island, it traveled around the map. This is one of Fort Nightmares, the second Fort Nightmares, I believe, and they had like zombie spawn all around the map. We got quad crash. Oh, I forgot about that. We got shopping carts in season 4 and we got golf carts in season 5. So here we got quad crashers, I remember. What else did we get? I think we got uh oh, there was the what were they called? There was the little shadow rock things in like the corrupted zones that like turned you into like a shadow creature thing. Um but yeah, this was a good season. I'm gonna put it right behind season 5. Actually, yeah, right behind season 5. All right, season 7. So this was it was a good season. I would say it's kind of dropping down a bit from these seasons. So this is when the snow was added. This was when we had what happened? So there was the Infinity Blade came. So that was in the game for like a day or something, or maybe it was longer than that, but it was not in the game for very long. We got Planes as well. So Planes, the Infinity Blade, the whole snow area came in. Oh, Fortnite Creative. So that was actually might bump this up. Fortnite Creative, like when you Fortnite now, they've been like pushing creative so much, like with the new like selection game mode selection menu where they have like all the creative and stuff in there as well. But Fortnite Season 7 is when creative first kicked off. I remember if you had the battle pass, you got creative like early or something. Like if you didn't have the battle pass, you couldn't use it until a little bit later on, I think. Um so yeah, that was obviously big. So honestly, just because of creative and also it was a decent season, I might actually put it up in great. All right. Oh yeah, that also reminds me. Season 4 was on Playgrounds. Actually, I think maybe it was at the end of the season. No, it was season 4. I think it had to be season 4. All right, season 8. I really loved this season. This season was awesome. Oh yeah, I haven't really been talking about the live events, but I was about to say like this one had a cool live event, but was there what were the live events in oh the butterfly event that was in season 6 I believe. Season 7 the event sucked. Like the only event was the Ice King around Christmas. The Ice King just covered the whole map in snow. It wasn't a great event. All right, season 8 though. So this was when the jungle area came in. So we got the volcano, we got what was it? Lazy Lagoon. I loved Lazy Lagoon. Lazy Lagoon was such a good drop spot. I mean, I loved what was what was it called in season 5? Lazy Lazy something. I don't remember. The golf course, whatever it was called. But I honestly think Lazy Lagoon was better. Lazy Lagoon was a nice spot. So the live event in this season was really good. It was like a two-part live event. So at first we went into the vault to do the unvaulting event, and then after that we went out and watched the volcano erupt and it destroyed Tilted and it hit like retail and the ice the whatever it is Polar Peak. Okay, it hit Polar Peak, which set it up for next season, which we'll talk about in a second. I would say honestly, I think I'm gonna put it in God tier. This is when the legendary pump and stuff was added as well, I think, and the treasure map, and there was the little like geyser kind of things that shot you out into the sky. And ballers as well. Those were such a fun vehicle. I wish that they did that more. Like in the past few seasons, they've kind of just been leaning towards like realistic vehicles. Like I wish they started doing things again like ballers and shopping carts, like just fun stuff rather than like realistic like cars, boats, tanks. Like ballers and things like that were so much more fun. All right, season 9. So this was honestly, like the Tilted and the Mega Mall were kind of a step down. Like they looked cooler, but like just like they felt worse. Like they weren't as good to fight in or loot. This okay, the live event in this one though, it was like one of the best live events. The monster versus robot fight. It was such a good live event. Um, there was slipstreams as well. So, hmm. I don't know where to put this. Like the live event was good, but the rest of the season was We'll put it in good, I think. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna have any seasons down here because honestly, I think that every season is decent in some ways. And I'm saying that as we're coming up on season X. So, okay, this season was it was amazing except for like one part But so Season X, it was like the idea behind Season X of having like the 0 point was unstable and having like the locations changing up, like the tilted turning into the old west tilted, the taco time, the props in Moistly Palms, I believe it was called, like just like an unstable 0 point causing rifts in reality and making new locations and stuff and bringing back old ones but like different. It was really cool and fun to play with, but the mechs were, it's like horrible. They kind of remind me of the tanks right now, but honestly, I think the tanks are better because the tanks have like the tanks have ways to destroy them even without building right now. But the mechs, like, you just had to laser that thing. It's not like there was no easy way to get people out unless you could get in it and self-destruct it. But if you're in duos, like the mechs bring this down. But honestly, it was still a good season. Like everything except for the mechs was amazing. And the live event at the end, actually the live event might bump it up here. The live event was really good. No, you know, we'll keep it in good, but the live events with the all of the rockets, like all seven, I believe, it was a really good event. All right, so chapter 2, season 1, at the start it was quite fun, but the season just dragged on for so long and they didn't add like anything. Like they basically like they reverted it back to like they wanted to feel like chapter 1 of season 1 basically, where the whole map was just grass. The loot pool was very simple, which coming from season X where the loot pool was so wild, but like at first it was a lot of fun, but it just dragged on for so long without like barely anything to like there was not a whole lot that changed. But there was a lot. I honestly might put this in bad. Like like it's just hard because it was a really like huge change to go from chapter 1 to chapter 2 and have a whole new map and everything. You know what? Just for that, I think I'm gonna put it in okay. But if it wasn't like the start of a whole new chapter, it would probably be down in bad, or maybe even worse. All right, chapter 2. Okay, this was one of the best seasons. Chapter 2, season 2 was when they first introduced like all of the, it was Ghost versus Shadow, and there was all the boss locations on the map with all the vaults, and there was so many new spots, and every like week we basically just like decided who's gonna turn what way, Shadow or Ghost and everything. This they also had the. I hope that they bring these back. Like the really cool room for the battle pass. So like you have like the battle pass table. Then you had like Deadpool, I think, over in the top right corner. You had choosing between Shadow and Ghost in the top left. You had like challenges in there and stuff. Like those rooms that they had were cool. I wish that they bring them back, but I don't think they will, just because they want to keep it simple, and that just makes it like a few more steps to get to like a battle pass or something. But anyways, yeah, that was a really good season. Was there a live event? Was that the Midas like pushing back the storm? Yeah, it was. Because Midas pushed back the storm at the end of the live event, and then it turns for the final few days. Oh, that was really fun actually. For the final few days, the storm turned into a giant tsunami wave, which it was pretty fun to play around with. And then after that, we that brings us on to chapter 2, season 3, which the giant tsunami wave flooded the entire map. And honestly, I think this was a pretty good season as well. It was I liked how they had the water that flooded the whole map. I liked how every week basically the water level would decrease, and it was just really fun to have like constant map changes like over every week. Even if it was just water decreasing, it really changed up the game. Um and yeah, so they changed up some of the bosses. Oh, cars! Cars came in this season. That was such a huge thing. The cars got added in this season. Honestly, I think this was also one of the best seasons from Chapter 2. I think we might put it, honestly, right behind Chapter 2, Season 2. It was a really good season. Alright, Chapter 2, Season 4. I know a lot of people really like this season. Honestly, I didn't really like it too much. Like, I didn't really like all the like superhero mythics like that are always on the map in every single game. Like, I wish that that was kept like some superhero LTM or something. I didn't really like the what are they called? The Stark Industry weapons or whatever they were, like the I don't know what it was called. I can't think of it right now. But I didn't really like the the little island that came in and replaced the farm. What even I don't even remember what it was called. But yeah, the event though, the event was pretty cool. But I didn't really like this season. Honestly, I'm gonna put it like behind. Oh, where should it go? Behind season 3. Okay. Chapter 2, season 5. Okay, so this was when we got the sand tunneling around the whole map, which I wish that they kept that. Like I know that there's not sand around the whole map, but like on beaches and stuff, I wish that you could still sand tunnel. Like that was a cool mechanic that they should have kept in, I think. Um it was pretty cool. Was this one I think this might have been when they added characters. I know it was when they added gold and bounties. I think this is when they added characters around the map too. Like actual characters that you could talk to. They added bosses a few seasons ago. But like I think this is the first time they added like actual characters that you can talk to, which obviously is something that they still do today and it's something that's really cool. Um yeah. So they added bounties and gold as well, which was cool. This was a decent season. I think we'll put it right. Uh, was it better than chapter? We'll put it right there. Okay, chapter 2, season 6. So this was the primal season, and a lot of people didn't really like this. A lot of people have mixed opinions about this season. So they got rid of like all of the weapons and changed everything up into makeshift weapons. And then there was primal weapons, and then there was the normal weapons. So you start with makeshift most of the time, and then you could either craft primal if you get those parts, or you could craft the normal weapons if you get mechanical parts. Oh yeah, this is when they added crafting too, isn't it? They added crafting, and I think this is when they added animals into the game too. Like before this, we didn't have any animals, I don't think. So this season it had like all the bows and everything, and um, all like the sand got replaced by like a primal looking area. It was a cool season. Like I really liked the crafting that they added, but I think it's gonna have to go in good, right above, yeah, right below season X. All right, chapter 2, season 7. So this was the alien season. Okay, so the alien season. It was interesting. Honestly, I didn't really like it wasn't my favorite season. It wasn't the worst season though either. It was all right. Um, the only thing that like was really new was the aliens, right? Like that's all that they added really, was like alien ships and like alien spots around the map and stuff. Um, and I think they reverted the weapons back to like the normal things that we had before the primal season that came before. Honestly, I think it's gonna go like right here, right after season 9. All right, chapter 2, season 8. Honestly, this season was good. The final season of chapter 3, we didn't know that until like the final weeks of chapter or of season 8. I kind of wish that we got 2 more seasons just so that we could like end it on season X because I was looking forward to like the battle pass that they did in season X where they brought all the best skins from the previous 9 seasons and just like remade the best ones. I think that was a really cool idea, and I wish that we were able to do that for chapter 2, but hopefully we'll be able to do that for chapter 3. Um, anyways, chapter 2, season 8. So, this one, the live events it was one of the best live events as well. We had the sideways zones that had all the monsters and stuff, and then also the giant bosses that came in, the pyramid that went into the center of the map and kept expanding, and then obviously it ended it off with the live event. Overall, this was a good season. I think we'll put it like in between those two. It was really good. All right, last season, chapter 3, season 1. It was like one of the best seasons as well. It was really good. Like, the map was everything we've been asking for from that we didn't get in chapter 2 that we had in chapter 1 with like different biomes. We had a snow biome for like the first month or so because it was winter, and then it slowly melted away. We have a desert, we have grass, we have snow still, which I'm glad they kept. Um, and there's like some jungle areas. The biomes are great on this map. This season, the like everything about it was pretty good. The loot pool was nice. Like it was a nice kind of reset on the loot, but also like very similar loot. Um, it was honestly like I would say it's one of the best seasons. Like honestly, I'm thinking maybe even putting it above season 4, which yeah, let's put it above season 4. All right, this season. So it's kind of early. Like the season started like a week ago, not even like a few days ago actually, 4 days ago. So 3 days ago actually, I think it was. Yeah, it's very recent, so there's not a whole lot I can say about it so far. So honestly, we're just gonna put this in a didn't play yet because it's only been 3 days. There's a lot of time left to go. Maybe at some point in the future I'll do an updated version of this, but this is my tier list right now.